What's up, YouTube? We have a 2013 Jeep Wrangler 4x4 with the 3.6, and this Jeep would go into limp mode and kind of like have no power, and it would throw the check engine light. And then the codes we checked were these: 0642, 2111, 2122. Sensor reference voltage too low. So we kind of suspected that this code was the main problem, and it was probably causing these other two codes, because when we looked at the procedure for this one, it says to check the circuit of this supply voltage, which supplies voltage to the throttle. So let me show you. So here's a p0642, reference voltage, circuit too low. Says possible causes: 5-volt supply shorted to ground, another circuit 5-volt supply shorted to ground, crankshaft sensor, oil pressure sensor, AC pressure transducer, throttle body assembly, APP sensor, powertrain control module. A lot of people online say they've replaced the throttle body, the accelerator pedal position assembly, and no fix. So the directions say to check for the code. If it's active, then go to the next step. And it says check the 5-volt supply circuit voltage. This kind of requires a special tool, but we don't have it. So what we decided, we're gonna do a visual inspection of the harness first. So in order to do that, we need to check what circuit to check, and what wire and what color and everything. So it says, kind of indicates, says measure voltage on the F855 primary 5-volt supply circuit. So that's going to be the wire that we're going to be looking for. So let me kind of scroll through the procedure, just so you guys kind of have it too, so you can pause it on the procedures. Here's step 1. Step 2. Step 3. Step 4. Step 5. Okay, so there's the order. So here's the throttle body. On the electrical diagram, let's see, electric 5-volt reference is this one, which is pink. I'm sorry, it is pink yellow, I believe. Yeah, pink yellow. And that same wire supplies these other two sensors, which is the crankshaft position sensor and oil pressure sensor, which says top rear of engine. So, and that wire comes directly from the PCM. Oh, sorry. Comes to the PCM. Come on. powertrain PCM module, and it's connector C2. So when we were doing the visual inspection, the connector to the PCM is right here, front driver's side. C2 connector is this one. We were checking everything. Everything looked good on this side. I believe the throttle was about right here. And those wires looked good also. Nothing like too crazy. Down below by the crankshaft position sensor is down in the bottom of the block on the passenger side towards the back. That connector looked good, and the only one that was left to look at the connector was the oil pressure sensor. But that one is underneath, unfortunately, the top intake, or the plenum, and then the lower intake. And here's your oil cooler. And your oil pressure sensor is that second one down there. So once we took everything off, the connector right here, we looked at it. And we could tell that it's, let's see, the wires are exposed, it's peeled back, so that's where we're getting that code p0642 with the 5-volt reference. It's being shorted to the either ground or the supply. So we're going to go ahead and fix those wires. That way they're not shorting out and putting the vehicle into limp mode. So right here it paid off to kind of start with the visual inspection of all the wires and stuff. It seems like this aluminum like wire loom that they put on it is too tight, and it's pinching the wires together, and it just caused the insulation to fail. But yeah, we were having a lot of problems. We sent in the PCM to get checked. It was good. And then once we kind of focused on p0642, we thought to focus on the circuit of that pink yellow wire to follow the harness. Some people were saying they replaced that harness, and it fixed their problem. So if you're doing this at home, you got the same code, maybe same symptoms, that's a good place to check. And if you want access to like all this electrical diagrams, you can go onto All Data, and you can buy a 1-month subscription for your vehicle for like the service manual. It's $19.99 for the month, and you can access everything like let's see, you can access the trouble codes, service tables, service bulletins, electrical diagrams, specifications, everything you need if you're doing a repair that's kind of like you need some important information. It's pretty cool. But I think that's it for everything that we kind of went through with this car. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of people, like I said again, a lot of people would replace the throttle body because the code would come up and it wouldn't fix it. They would replace the accelerator pedal inside and it wouldn't fix it. New PCM, it wouldn't fix it. We sent our PCM to S.I.A. Electronics, and they're really good about like being honest people and testing your PCM and letting you know if it's good or if it does need a repair. And they have a pretty good turnaround time. But yeah, hopefully you guys can figure this out quick, and hopefully this helps you guys to kind of see what steps you can take to fix this problem. So, all right, YouTube, peace out.